Last time on the American Crappie Trail, the 2018 National Championship on Lake D'Arbonne, Louisiana went off with a bang. 2 days of elimination that cut the field down to 25 teams who went hard on day 3 for the glory. It was the team of Tony Hughes and Jeff Riddle who edged out Daniel Porter and Jeremy Aldridge by 1/100th of a pound, taking home over $50,000 and the title of American Crappie Trail National Champions. The B&M Angler Team of the Year race concluded with the super clean team of Ronnie Capps and Steve Coleman taking home the honors with a brand new Ranger RT 188C. 2019 action gets started here on Lake Guntersville in Scottsboro, Alabama, presented by Engel Coolers and Power Pole. This is the American Crappie Trail.
Welcome. I'm J.P. Parsons, Vice President of Destination Marketing for Jackson County Tourism in the beautiful northeast corner of Alabama. We're here at Goose Pond Colony, one of the crown jewels of Jackson County, on beautiful Lake Guntersville, which has always been known as one of the top bass fishing lakes in America. We're here because we want to show you what kind of crappie fishing that Lake Guntersville has. We're proud to have the American Crappie Trail to help us do that. Welcome, American Crappie Trail.
Well, you know, we've been here all week, and it's been a grind. We've been, you know, just a few fish every day, catching some good fish, but we're not catching a lot of numbers. But you know, we're not looking for but 7. I think we can get 7. That'll be a good one.
Good luck today, okay?
Yeah, first tournament of the season here, American Crappie Trail. Pretty excited. February, so we are chasing pre-spawn crappie, catching deep crappie, try to catch giant white crappie. So the problem is there just isn't a whole bunch of them, so catching 7 is going to be a challenge.
If we can come in top 5 on, you know, as tough as it is, we'll be tickled to death.
Get them, boys.
Hey, I'm Sam Heaton. I'm here with our tournament director, Matt Morgan, and welcome to the 2019 edition of the American Crappie Trail. You know, we're here at a beautiful facility in Scottsboro, Alabama on Lake Guntersville. And Matt, why did you pick this place?
It's really noted as one of the top 5 bass lakes in the country. I wanted the best crappie anglers in the country to come here and show them what this lake has to offer. I'll promise you there's going to be a lot of 2-pound plus crappie caught, and these guys are going to do it this weekend.
Whatever you do, don't miss American Crappie Trail here on Lake Guntersville.
As anglers launched into the first minutes of regulation fishing, most found a furious morning bite waiting for them, a significantly better bite than was seen on Tuesday and Wednesday. 2 weeks prior, the water temp was 60 degrees and primed for the crappie to start spawning. However, with several cold fronts moving through the area, the fish were forced back onto cover, hugging the bottom. The anglers have not seen a lot of numbers under these conditions, but the fish that are being caught are tournament-sized fish, and they are healthy. Great color, length, and thick across the back. 2017 and 18 Angler Team of the Year winners Ronnie Capps and Steve Coleman laid into some nice crappie early on. Having to get creative with their dip net skills. Whatever you have to do to get the fish in the boat. With the low numbers of fish, anglers lucky enough to find this strong morning bite will breathe easier heading into the late morning and afternoon.
Hey, we got just a little chop on the water. The anglers couldn't ask for more. Whatever we do, stay tuned for more American Crappie Trail.
For every hour I spend fishing, I spend countless hours off the water, managing tackle, taking care of my truck and boat. Sometimes I'm on the road for 6 weeks straight. With Lucas Oil Products, I know my truck is always ready so I can stay on the road and focus on the water. Lucas Oil, made in America, sold to the world.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
Clean up your toughest messes super easy, super fast. Only Super Clean is formulated to do the work for you. Just spray it on and watch the grease and grime wash away. Super Clean is the only cleaner degreaser that is scientifically formulated to kick any mess to the curb, so you can move on to more important things. For all of your greasiest, grimiest, toughest tasks around the house, shop, or garage, Super Clean gets the job done. Super Clean. Super easy, super fast.
B&M Poles, the #1 crappie pole company in the world. More tournament wins than any other crappie pole. BNMPoles.com. American Crappie Trail is brought to you by Lucas Oil Marine Products. Made in America, sold to the world. General Tire. Anywhere is possible. Ranger Boats. Driven to dominate. Evinrude. The official engine of the American Crappie Trail. Bandit. Just Go. And these other fine sponsors. Daniel Porter and Jeremy Aldridge were nudged out of first place at the national championship by 1/100th of a pound, and they are looking for a little redemption here on Guntersville.
Started out really good. As soon as we pulled in here, we had 2 poles out and 1 went down, and then about 1 3/4 fish, and then we got them all out, and a couple minutes later we caught one probably over 2 pounds, but since then we've got a largemouth bass, so they'll turn back on. We're gonna get them. We got a couple jigs out, Mid-South tube jigs, white and chartreuse, mainly fishing a straight minnow in this clear water. The fish are right down on the bottom around stumps. They're not that aggressive right now. We're not catching a lot of fish, but the fish that we are catching out here in this deep water, they're the right fish. It's going to be a grinded out day. Try and catch 7 fish out here and see where we stand. It's not going to be a lot of fish caught.
The team of Kevin and Keith McMillan are twins, celebrating their birthday here on day 1 of the ACT. They both work for the TVA and have been crappie fishing since they were old enough to be thrown into a boat.
We've been fishing an hour, and we've got 7 fish in the boat right now. A couple, one a little over 2 pounds, one close to 2 pounds, and the rest of them about 1.5 pounds. So we're going to be looking for some more 2-pounders the rest of the day. But finding big fish hasn't been a problem. This place has some big fish. Yesterday we come here and fished about an hour and found some really good fish. A lot of 2.5 pound plus fish. No, it's crappie. So we're anticipating some big fish today, but you never know. We could get let down. One thing we've noticed different in the last couple of days is earlier in the week they were really tight to structure. Now they're kind of just swimming around the flats a little bit. So things have changed as the weeks went on. We don't know the warmer weather or what's kind of changed things.
The husband and wife team of Mike and Deborah Gore have been crappie fishing for decades, brought into the sport by their parents who loved fishing crappie tournaments.
We long line troll. That's how we grew up doing it down in Georgia. Fishing's really come on strong. I mean, we need to learn how to do it, but it's hard to break away from teaching. It's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. we probably got 11 pounds maybe. We need a couple of kickers. I think our biggest one's probably 2. We've been just running just ledge right here, 18 foot, 17 foot, since early this morning, 6:30. But yeah, we really enjoy it. We like to fish the tournaments. We're not pro fishermen, but we're tournament fishermen.
This is what I get to do on my anniversary every year and Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And that's what I want. It's fun.
ACT is bringing more people into the sport of crappie fishing, and Oklahoma is represented here in Alabama this weekend by brothers Brian and Darren Young.
We're out here fishing stumps on the edge of the creek channel right here. We're using 14-foot B&M Pro Staff trolling rods, pro-built jigs, Bobby Garden baby shads. This is our first time fishing Guntersville. Wow. Actually, our first time fishing 10 hours away from home, ever. You know, years ago, they come out with 2D sonar, and it changed the fishing for years, and then they come out with the mapping, colored maps, and that allowed us to navigate more safely with trails and waypoints. And then they come out with structure scan, which let us see everything offshore. And now it's like a flashlight on your trolling motor. You're looking out there and you can see how the fish behave. You can see the reaction to the baits, whether it's a jig, a minnow, a spoon. When we were fishing big baits, pre-fishing, we come out here and we saw these fish and we tried to catch them. They were running from us and we thought they were catfish. They were just running from our big baits. So we downsized and went smaller. That would seem to be what they wanted, what they liked.
Stay tuned for more of American Crappie Trail. We'll be right back.
As an angler on the American Crappie Trail, the RTD saves us tons of time, as time is money. High wind, low light, works every time.
Official line threading device of the American Crappie Trail.
Here's the future of rod threading, the RTD from Erupt Fishing. Quit wasting time and start stringing line with the RTD.
We put the Rockport Rattler to a real test. 2 champion anglers using 4 rods with the competition jigs against 4 rods using the Rockport Rattler. The result, the Rockport Rattler outfished the competition 10-1.
Rockport Rattler, gray head.
This patented rattling jig contains a rattling chamber in the body of the jig. The rattle is amplified by using water as a conductor,
Rockport Rattler,
making fish hear it at much greater distances, just like a dinner bell for fish.
If you don't have a Rockport Rattler, you ain't catching crappie.
Launching a Ranger aluminum boat that's cut full of holes may sound a little crazy, but with so much closed-sail foam inside, it's easy to see the added safety and stability. It's a huge confidence booster, especially with so much quality inside, along with Ever-New D-Tech's unrivaled performance and 300 hours with no dealer scheduled maintenance. Ranger aluminum is built to excel and priced to be yours.
Power your Ranger with Ever-New D-Tech. For over 30 years, Lucas Oil has provided the very best products for the land and sea. From this success stems another amazing product from the Lucas Marine lineup, Lucas Slick Mist Marine Speed Wax. Just spray it on and wipe it off. Lucas Marine Speed Wax will make your boat look brand new and provide great UV protection. Apply Lucas Marine Slick Mist to wet and dry surfaces in sunlight or shade. It's ideal in both fresh and saltwater application and prevents hard water deposits. Protect your investment with Lucas Marine products.
Lucas Oil, it works.
The American Crappie Trail is brought to you by B&M, quality performance and service for over 70 years. Super clean, super easy, super fast, super clean. Engel Coolers, the original high-performance cooler. Power Pole, swift, silent, secure. Lucas Oil Outdoor Line, superior protection, superior performance. And these other fine sponsors. Welcome back to the American Crappie Trail. The Lucas Oil team of Kent Watson and Drew Morgan found a good bite this morning and are hopeful heading into the afternoon. With rain on the way, having 7 fish in the boat makes things a lot less stressful.
First hour this morning, we've had a little bit of excitement. We're fishing 20, 22 foot of water, isolated stumps. Get 5 or 6 of them in an area right on the break. We have a hump dropping from 16 to 22 foot. We're catching quite a few fish, and we got 4 or 5 good ones. We had a seat pedestal break this morning, so Drew, he offered to switch me seats so he could sit on the bucket the rest of the day. It's going to make for a long day, but when you're catching these good quality fish, it doesn't much matter. Yep, I'm not sure what it is.
We've had a lot of big bites. They've been the right bites. I mean, during practice, we really didn't get a lot of bites, but we got the good ones that we needed to know that these fish were here to come back during the tournament, and we're hoping to execute.
Yeah, I bet we got a mess now, bud. Come on. We found on these cloudy days, light blue collar jigs working real well. We're using some crappie magnet plastic and some big ditty baits. You know, on these cloudy days, that kind of blue and clear color seems to be working out the best for us.
The team of Tony and Mike Shepard are drift fishing a flat using plastics tipped with a minnow. Like many anglers, the week of pre-fishing has been tough, with the wind, rain, and cold fronts keeping fish catches low.
So far we've got 5 fish, 1 good fish, the other 4 not so good. This week's been a hard week for practice. You know, the water's been current, weather, you name it, rain. We're just trying to get our 7 fish and then look for some better ones. We had a pretty tough practice week. We had 1 good day and we caught all of our good fish in this area. They're just staging crappie, you know, getting ready to go back. We've had a lot of cold fronts. These fish are just kind of soiled up, laid on the bottom, not very active. When we're drift fishing like this, just letting the wind ease us around, I prefer for it not to be slapping on the boat, just a little bit of chop to control your drift. And then, you know, like yesterday, it was terrible out here, slapping, throwing chains out and stuff, but this right here is ideal conditions for trolling for crappie. We're kind of following some little contour lines around, and the wind's blowing one way, and I can turn my trolling motor on like 1, 2, and drag my paddles and control those turns and those contour lines. Yeah, man, we got our 7 fish. You know, I feel like we can catch 2 or 3 more of those really good fish, our top end fish. I think we'll be at least in the hunt for day 2.
The team of Jason Hotson-Piller and Adam McLeod started fishing ACT last year and are proving to be a strong team on the trail.
Well, we found this point yesterday in practice. We come in here yesterday morning and caught 3 big fish on this stump and backed up off of it. It kind of messed with us a little bit because our other spots have been so far north of here. But we made the decision this morning that to come back in here. By 7:30, we had 1 fish that was around the 2-pound class. Pushed up off this stump and then come back to it and had 3 that are right around the 2-pound class, 1 hopefully 2.5. These fish are on the eddy side of these stumps. They're trying to stay out of this current. They've sucked some water out of this lake, so we're only catching them on the back side of this stump.
Yeah, we're trying to keep our baits perfectly still in the water so they don't go up and down, and the waves have kind of posed a little problem. So far today it's not been too bad, but tomorrow we got some concerns with that bass tournament coming out of here. And you can see what happens to your bait on the live scope. You can watch it just go up and down. Very unnatural to the fish to watch your minnows. Minnows don't swim up and down like that. You want them staying perfectly level in the water. See that fish right there? That's a fish looking at, those are our baits, swivel, sinker, and all. And there's a fish right there looking at it right now. Here he comes. On your one pull, probably.
One pull. You can see him. Here he comes with that live scope. You can see
him. He's gonna beat that minnow. Your one pull. Got him. Oh man.
We started watching these weigh-ins on Facebook 3 years ago when Matt started this deal and said, man, we want to give it a try. And we started last year, and we were able to win second at Kentucky Lake last year. And we went fish Truman and did not fare as well. But this is a fun tournament trail. The money is unreal. The guys that fish it, we've made friends we're gonna have for the rest of our life from just fishing these tournaments, you know. And we're glad we started. We got 6 right now, though, so if we can get that 7th one stuck, everything gets a lot easier after that.
There's 2 hours left. The bite is picking up. You don't want to miss the weigh-in here at American Crappie Trail.
B&M Poles. The #1 crappie pole company in the world. Whether you are jigging, trolling, pulling, or pushing, B&M has your pole. 3rd-generation family company with over 7 years experience. Home to the Bucks Graphite Jig Pole, the first and best-selling graphite jig pole in the U.S. for over 35 years. Visit bnmpoles.com for yours today.
Abernathy's Cycles, an authorized powersport dealership in Union City, Tennessee. The nation's largest Polaris ATV and UTV dealership. Unbelievable selection. New model ATVs, motorcycles, scooters. Experienced staff with over-the-top service, repair, and diagnostics to keep your vehicle running at top performance. 64 years of the best quality service and the best quality products. Abernathy's Cycles, proud sponsor of the American Crappie Trail. From the tackle store to your truck, to your boat on the lake, back to the ramp, and all the way home. Engel coolers have you covered.
As a professional angler, my success is directly related to my preparation. In a tournament, I may cover hundreds of miles of water in one day. That's thousands of miles in a year just getting to the fish. I use Lucas Oil products to ensure my success on the water. Lucas Oil, made in America, sold to the world.
Welcome back to the American Crappie Trail. The team of Keith Mueller and Wes Cooper had a slow start this morning, but the bite has picked up.
We didn't even put a fish in a boat until 9:30, I bet. We're just kind of following the creek channel that comes through here, and in the bends there's these old big stumps and brush piles, and we just pull up on these stumps and brush piles, and we're dropping our rigs down in 14 to 17 foot of water. We're letting it hit the bottom and then just cranking up about 3 times. And then we just park over those stumps and brush piles and just kind of let the boat move back and forth over them. But we had a good flurry for about 2 hours and caught all of our fish, and then it's just kind of died out. We catch one here or there. I think we're sitting probably just shy of 13 pounds right now with our biggest 7. Fish are healthy in this lake.
We're fishing a little point that's got cover on it, and we're pulling up on it and just setting on it with spot lock and just set there. Seems like once you set there a few minutes, one of them will bite. We're fishing double hook minnow rigs and single jigs. We've got half and half, and we've caught fish on both this morning. This lake fishes a whole lot like Kentucky Lake. You need to find a little structure. Bait fish in the area definitely helps. It really does. We hit this spot a couple of days ago, and so far it's been decent. We haven't caught a stringer that we're ready to go to weigh-in with yet. But we're getting there. It's going to take a while.
Matt Gregory and Rick Davis are catching more than one fish at a time. With 7 fish in the boat, they're now culling and making some great upgrades in their class of fish.
We got here this morning, we had 3 fish in the first minute and a half, made our first drift and turned around, came back, picked up another couple, 1 good fish. We're sitting just under 11 pounds right now. That's gonna bump it up a little bit right there, baby. That's gonna bump it up right there big time. 2 more of those fish today and we'll be in good shape.
What's it in year?
It's our 4th tournament. We fished our second time we ever fished together was Kentucky Lake ACT. And we've been fishing these tournaments ever since.
As anglers near the end of regulation, many teams are on an afternoon bite and working hard to get 7 or upgrade their smaller fish. The weather has stayed fairly consistent with small showers and drizzle passing through. Who will capitalize on day 1 and put themselves in a great position for day 2? The anglers head to the weigh-in as a growing crowd waits to find out.
We ended up good. Right after you guys left, we caught one that would go 2.5, and then we caught a 2 1/4, and then right at the end we upgraded with almost a 2-pounder. So we got 7 of them right at 2 pounds or better. So better than we expected after a tough week of practice.
Look out. How about 1540 for day 1?
The Lucas Oil team of Watson and Morgan take first place early on, but more big fish are rumored to be waiting in line. Cooper and Mueller took the stage with a monster crappie, hoping to bust the 3-way tie for big fish at 2.59 pounds.
All right, got to beat 259. Can we do it 4 times? Look at, you got it. Hey, 260, 260. You're right up there now. Look at this. Heck yeah, you did. Gonna move right up there and leave. 1594. That's a good one, isn't it?
The Abernathy's team slips into first, knocking Watson and Morgan to second by half a pound. The top 5 rounded out with Johnny Walker and Jeff Ramsey in third, Jason Hudson-Pillar and Adam McLeod in fourth, and Kevin and Keith McMillan in fifth. As the weather continues to throw curveballs to our anglers this week, what will tomorrow have in store? Let's go to Matt Morgan and Sam Heaton for their thoughts.
Matt, what a great weigh-in.
Unbelievable. Right here at Guntersville, day number 1, almost 16 pounds. Unbelievable bag of fish in the worst conditions with wind and rain.
You know, I can't wait to see what the weigh-in's going to be like at Guntersville next week on American Crappie Trail. Don't miss it.